Global. Reporting, 9 Times Newscaster of the Year, Gimba Umar.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, policemen from the Rapid Response Team stage a show of force at the Occupy Lekki tollgate protest. Arrest scores. President Muhammad Buhari presides over the groundbreaking of the Kano Maradi railway line, costing the government $1.959 billion. And eyes on COVID-19 vaccines, as NCDC reports over 1,000 deaths with infections spreading fast, as concerns over engineered vaccines to deplete Africa's population heightens. We begin tonight from Lagos. Less than 24 hours to the planned protest at the Lekki toll gate by some aggrieved youths. Police authorities in the state have launched a show of force exercise to express its disapproval of the protest. Policemen from the Rapid Response Squad staged a walk around the toll gate on Friday as they prepared to take positions in the area and other parts of the state on Saturday. This is also coming less than 24 hours after the federal and state governments warned youth not to embark on the protest, as they raised concerns that it may just be hijacked by hoodlums and lead to lawlessness, as was during the End SARS protest. The planned protest is in reaction to the decision of the Judicial Panel of Inquiry and Restitution to return control of the Lekki Tollgate Plaza to its owners, the Lekki Concession Company, the LCC. The tollgate had been one of the major converging points for the protesters in Lagos last year and was also the location for the infamous #Lekki shootings, masterminded by security operatives believed to be men of the Nigerian army, and is being investigated. During the proceedings last Saturday, the chairman of the panel, Justice Doris Okwobi, gave a ruling allowing the LCC to possess the tollgate once more, fueling anger amongst the youths. A countergroup also promoting the #Defend Lagos also scheduled its protest at the same venue. Meanwhile, Nigerian comedian Debo Adebayo, aka Mr. Macaroni, has been arrested by operatives of the Lagos State Police Command here in Lagos over the ongoing #Occupy Lekki tollgate protest. The protest was planned to kick against the decision of the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry, allowing the Lekki Concession Company, the LCC, to reopen the Lekki tollgate. The Saturday arrests of Macaroni happened as the police said to him, "We don't want you here." At least 20 other protesters are said to have been arrested by the police. In a live Instagram feed just before his phone and those of others arrested were seized, the comedian's comments were definitive and simply put as, "Lekki is under military rule." In the meantime, the federal government and the police had warned against the protests, vowing to deal with anyone caught involved in such demonstrations. One of the police trucks used to arrest protesters had to be pushed to kickstart its engine. And still on the Lekki tollgate situation, police forces are arresting more protesters who assembled at the Lekki tollgate for the planned protests as at midday. The police and the government had warned that a repeat of the #EndSARS protest will be counterproductive for the country and could be hijacked by hoodlums, as was the case during the #EndSARS protest last year. One of those arrested and caught on our camera was bundled into the police truck as newsmen filmed freely the entire process. Dozens of policemen are stationed at the planned protest venue, the Lekki tollgate, in full complement of combat-ready alert gears and protocol. They are all men of the Rapid Response Squad holding batons and transparent plastic shields. In other stories, President Muhammadu Buhari has presided over the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of another vital transportation infrastructure, the Kano Maradi rail line. According to President Buhari, the initiative at completion will not only boost commerce, but serve as a developmental hub between Nigeria and Niger Republic. The rail line traverses commercial and administrative town of Kano and passes through Kazaure, Daura, Katsina, and the border town of Jibia to Maradi. President Muhammad Buhari says that this will establish an end-to-end logistic supply problems for the benefits of the two countries.
The country would earn revenue through expansion of trade and commerce, while the people of Niger Republic will benefit from ease of transportation, logistics at affordable cost in their import and export businesses. The connection to Niger Republic through rail will also foster trans-Sahara trade and contribute to the expected gains in the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. The construction company handling this project, Messrs. Motor Angel Nigeria Limited, is supporting knowledge and technology transfer by investing in the establishment of a learning institution for transportation and railway science. This is commendable.
The Senior Special Assistant, Media and Publicity to President Muhammadu Buhari, Garba Shehu, joins us from Abuja. I want to thank you so much indeed for joining us at this time. This rail line, the project, how important do you feel this is for this administration and for the good of our people in this country?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. And I want to say that this corridor is situated at the heart of a prestigious historical space. And it contains the second largest city in Nigeria, Kano, and the largest commercial city in Niger Republic, Maradi. These two cities constitute the central axis of trade and exchanges going back many centuries back. It also has in the loop Katsina, as you just said now, which was between the 17th and the 18th century, perhaps the commercial heart of the Hausa kingdom. So therefore, it is an important revival of historical trade routes linking up to the northernmost parts of Africa, bringing goods and people down to the coastal area of southern Nigeria. Let me also add that even before this time, the ECOWAS had a vision for a regional railway project, which will link all 15 countries of the ECOWAS sub-region by rail, and each of these countries is mandated to carry out this. Therefore, this aspect, I would call it between Kano, Maradi, and branching to Duse, is supposed to be part of that larger ECOWAS vision. Because from Kano, we expect that by the time Kaduna, Kano, Ibadan railway is linked, you will have direct access to the sea by the landlocked country of Niger and neighboring states, and also imported goods coming from through the Lagos and the Warri ports, taken to the rail, which is a cheaper way of transporting goods and services. So we expect that this will impact positively at least 10 states in the Nigerian Federation, and more than 80 million people would gain and benefit from this service that is being put in place. It is drawn in a way to connect important resource producing communities like for Gawa State, is intended for the evacuation of the enormous agricultural resources available from that state, to flow into the national mainstream and possibly export. Now, the one taking off from Kano would obviously go through some towns and the cities, in Jigawa, Daura, in Katsina, and the Jibia before or Maradi. So it takes evacuation for the enormous resources, agricultural and so on, and also for the supply and movement of industrial goods from coastal regions of the country, the south and northern parts of the country, to move up into the landlocked nations of West Africa and of course Central Africa.
That will be a good place to let it rest. I most sincerely thank you, Garba Shehu, the Senior Special Assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari, for talking to us on this very, very sumptuous occasion. We do wish you well for you and your government. You're watching News Global on Control TV, broadcasting from our studios. Still ahead, eyes on COVID-19 vaccines as NCDC reports 1,724 deaths with infection spreading fast as concerns over engineered vaccines to deplete Africa's population heightens. Stay with us.
Control your TV.
Welcome back to News Global, reaching you on all our social media.